What's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today I have got a treat for you. I woke up this morning and drove up to Indiana to come and visit Woodland Park manufacturer, where they have a whole bunch of luxury park models lined up for me. And this one in particular is a real fancy kind of pinkies up type of folk are getting some of this. This is the 2026 Timber Ridge 265L, and that L stands for loft. So whether you're someone that wants a lot of storage or has the grandkids, this is going to be very appealing for you. The interior is unlike a lot of things that I have seen before. And here on the exterior, just so you know, you can switch things up, and right on their website, which I will link down in the description along with all the specifications, they actually have this interactive portion where you can build out and play around, you know, with different style decors. Like for instance, this one has the aspen white siding with the carbon siding on the bump out and center of walls. So you can, or center of end walls, sorry. But yeah, you can adjust all that. I mean, heck, if you want it to be whatever this person is ordering, you are more than welcome to do so. But I appreciate you guys being here. If you don't mind, it's my first time working here with Woodland Park. So if you guys could drop a comment and let me know what you think. And more importantly, just helping you drive up engagement so I can, you know, come back and work with them again. First thing that I noticed when I walk in, beautiful flooring. They also use a PVC tile floor. So those are actually each hand-laid individual tiles. But what do you guys think about that black finish? They also have like an olive green one that I think is pretty darn interesting. But aesthetically, Woodland Park are, man, they are beautiful. They just do a really good job. They're also under 400 square feet. So if you're not overly familiar with park models, this is going to be one of those wide load kind of plop and drop, and then, you know, just kind of set it there and never really move it. Although you can, if you would like. They're just a doozy because of the width. But I mean, look at that. Just so beautiful. I love the cedar top for like the chairs. All the furniture comes with it. The only thing that doesn't is like, you know, the fake plants and all that. But what do you think about those floating pantry right there? I love the kitchen setup. And then right here, you got one of those kind of fancy mirrors where you can see, you can't see in, but they can see out. So it's pretty cool. That's going to be for the loft. But I figured I'll go ahead and start kind of in the living room here. But I mean, talk about residential finish. I love the accent lighting too. Imagine coming out for like a little midnight snack. You are good to go. Tons of natural light if you want it, but there are enough blinds and Dracula shades and all of that to completely block out the sun. If the sun is not something that makes you happy, you're going to be good to go. But I think they called it Dove. Look at that. It's so nice. It's also going to be a rocking chair, so that way you can get your read on. It's also going to be directly across from your TV, and even your TV is aesthetically pleasing. You have the two-tone wall here, and then kind of a framed-in TV, which is nice. It looks like about a 50-inch would be my best guess. Pull-out sofa here. Again, the furniture comes with it. And then you have a three-sided fireplace too, which is just a good-looking piece right there for sure. I would say it probably puts out about 4,800 BTUs of heat. So as long as you got electric, you got pretty much, you know, heat going on for you for sure until you have to kick on the furnace. 2x4s for the sidewalls and then 4x6 for the floor joists. But I really enjoy, you know, this area right here. You got seating for 3, although I think, you know, if the people aren't too big, you could probably fit, you know, maybe 4 to 5. It's also going to be the solid surface countertop. So babe, if you're watching, I love you. And then you see some good storage. Nothing insane, but you do have good storage. So above and around the microwave, and then coming down here as well. So let's go ahead and open up a couple of these and give you an idea. Pretty darn sharp. I also like the fact that you get plenty of outlets, and they are the GFCIs. Another thing that they do is they have residential window treatments with insulation foam, the expandable foam going around, so it'll seal it off a little bit nicer as well, which, as my reading, not a lot of the park models are doing that, so it's cool to see that they are. You also have the farm style sink right here with the golden top for the appliance, but you got whoosh, 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 hitting those dishes from all angles. Bring it on around downtown, baby. You got plenty of room for like a trash can. You also can see you have shutoff valves down there as well, just in case something happens. You do have the ability, you know, to shut that off. And then what do you guys think here on that pull-out drawers? Pretty darn nifty. I'll tell you, the decor team's doing pretty good. The brownies actually look pretty real. They just look like they've been sitting in there a while, kind of like the rose from Beauty and the Beast. You know, just like sitting in there for eternity. I can pull it out and eat it. That's for sure. I don't need to. I'll tell you, there is some lady, I forget her name. She introduced herself. Well, I've met quite a few people down here. Really nice team, really nice people. But she made one of the best cupcakes that I've had in a very long time. It's an, oh, turning this on, geez, a piece. It's an air fryer. I forgot this thing's plugged in. It is an air fryer, convection microwave there too as well. And then I don't know if I said it, but you got the 4-top burner to whip up all the fixings along with a little griddle top and then enough room to cook a turkey in that. But what do you guys think about kind of that gunmetal appliance there? And even the refrigerator. I mean, look how sweet that looks. So flip it around. These are going to be your floating storage, your floating cabinets, which I think just looks really nice. It just gives it a nice little, you know, aesthetic to it. And I love the mirrored reflective finish there too. Creates a little bit of privacy. And trust me, the grandkids will not sit there and make funny faces at you that you won't know about. I was once in sales. Big old refrigerator. The only downside is when I open this, that's about as far as that can go, which isn't a big problem, but just to give you kind of a heads up there. You are going to have to tool 2 different layers for the freezer. This one's going to be an ice maker. And then this closet right here is actually washer and dryer as well. So you can put a washer and dryer in there if you choose. It's got all the appropriate plugins for that. Or it could be just a good little spot for some, you know, just storage in general. You kind of pick and choose what you want. Soft close cabinetry too. I should have shown that, but let's see if it's... Yeah, so you got the soft close. You can see it right there. All right, so you open this up. You got plenty of places for, you know, all of your towels, maybe even some like linens if you have extra space, because there is quite a bit. Now right into here, corner radius shower, but it's going to be one of the larger ones, which is nice since I am a bigger guy. You know, I've been saying I like to measure my showers based on how many round belly people can get in here. And I'm going to give this about a 1 on the round belly scale. So 1 big old guy, no problem. You can see I can spin around. I don't have to tape sponges to the walls. 1 guy can take a real shower. 2 flat bellies would be, you know, about the same. It would be a pretty tight fit for them though. Probably about 6'7" for head height. And for reference, I'm 6 foot, about 310 pounds too. Flip it around. You have your real house toilet. So you see it's got the hand flush, not the foot flush, which I did one the other day and someone said, you know, he's toured too many RVs because he said it's a foot flush throne, because I'm so used to saying it. I love how it's a seamless on the sink. Got the backlit mirror for the bowling gun, baby. Steady flexing. Again, you got your shutoff valves, and then you got some pull-out drawers. The bottom 2 are going to be about twice that size, and you have the accent lighting. All right, stairs to get up into the loft will be right up over here. We'll get to that here in just a second. But first, adjustable shelving here for the closet. Just a nice little, I mean, heck, you could put a ton of food in there if you want to. If you could be like a doomsday prepper, drop one of these off in the woods, fill that bad boy up. Now, this is interesting. Open-ended storage to the left and right. That looks fantastic, and that is going to be, excuse me, adjustable as well. You also have an access panel with enough room on either side to be moving around with some storage there. And then you have some of the fancy plugs here too as well. So what I mean by that is you have your 2 regular outlets with your USB and your universal C. So that's pretty darn nice. You also get a place for your TV if you want to plug in a TV there. Still the solid surface countertops. And then you're going to get 6 pull-out drawers here too as well, along with a little one for all your stuff. And then, you know, obviously the rest of her stuff will be right here. But hanging closets on both left and right of the RV. Well, you'll have to drop a comment. Let me know what you think so far. Because like I said, I would very much so like to get invited back out. So maybe even drop them like a little 5-star review and say like, thanks for having RV Hunter or something. That might be pretty nice. Small loft for the least favorite grandkids will be right up here. And then for the ones that you really love a bunch, they can go right over here because it's about 5 foot tall of head clearance. So not quite standing room, but it is incredible. I mean, a little gaming room or an office up here would be fantastic. And that AC is really cooking because it is chilly up there. All right, I'll give you one more little look here of what we got going on. And then I'm going to head around on the outside. I think they're doing some like training or something. But I'll tell you what, these people are so nice. So I was coming out, and they went ahead and did things like fancy people stuff. You know, they had like a charcuterie board out for me. They got cupcakes, they got drinks, all sorts of stuff. They went out and bought me lunch while I was working. It's just pretty cool. I mean, I have a feeling that they are genuinely, you know, nice people, because what I do is I go out and record all the time, and most of the time you're sweating somewhere. It's 120 degrees, and you don't get treated like that. So it's pretty cool to have them do that. So again, it's the 2026 Timber Ridge 265L by Woodland Park. And like I was saying at the beginning of the video, you can get on their website and customize a couple things. So if you don't want, you know, the traditional or want how they built it, you can really adjust it to the experience that you would like. So you see you got real shingles too, just like a home. And again, it's the aspen white with the carbon bump out right there as well. You're also going to see the fact that you have that little side nightlight as well, which I think is pretty cool. Again, a little bit of a homey feel. So 4'6" for the floor joists, 2'2" by 4" for the sidewalls, 6 on center, just like a home. You see the four axles right there with your city water connection, access to your furnace here too as well. And then coming around the back, I mean, pretty classic from what I'm noticing for these Park models. So nothing really to write home about, but also nothing to complain about either. You got your brake lights right there for when they're pulling it down the road for you to wherever it might be going. And then you come on over on the side, and it really shows off that drop frame too. So that's what gave you the head height in the bedroom, that also allowed you to have the head height up in the loft too. So I like to see that they have got going on. You have a couple of connections for like your cable and satellite will be located right here for your wiring. And then you have your power harness there too as well. So that's going to be, you know, your 50 amp cord, your cap for when you are hooking up. And then you also have the back end here of the furnace. Now, one thing that I do enjoy is the fact that they are using this style of furnace because it's an easier maintenance. You can actually pull off the plate, so it'll make things a little bit easier. Sometimes companies don't use one that can be easily accessed, and it just adds unnecessary money to, you know, anything that you need. And that's probably more common in the traditional RV industry than it is for more like the Park model RV industry side, since you're not moving around and jostling this thing, you know, quite as much. But all right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. I hope to catch you guys next time. Drop a comment, let me know which model of theirs that you want to see next. But again, it's the 2026 Timber Ridge 265L by Woodland Park. My name is Hunter. Have a great day. See you.